Hello, people. So today we're going to go over, it's the last session for the week. We're going to go over our trades, what we did earlier in the week. Actually, we're going to do that recap a little bit later. So there's going to be two lives today. This one's just going to be session open because we got a session opening in T-minus 7 minutes. And we'll go through some of the charts and see what's been going on. There is a lot of movement. There's a lot of stuff going on. You've got inflation coming out as well very soon. And that is for the euro. So let's jump in. See you in a sec. Brilliant. Let's get started. Put some music on. Brilliant. Let's have a look. Okay. So yesterday we were in some Bitcoin. See what happened here? We talked about this yesterday, didn't we? Where were we said we were going to be short from? It was around this area, wasn't it? Where we said we were going to be short from. I'll take a look. I swear we had, there you go. So we would have got stopped out on that. There you go. We would have got stopped out on that, but it did push through. Ideally then we should have been higher. Stop loss should have been higher. Let me, because nobody can see. The original stop loss for this move was something like that. As you can see, we would have been stopped out. This wick would have got filled, and we've been pushing down quite a bit. So that's quite interesting. Also, we had the AUD CAD. Unfortunately, after all of this consolidation, eventually we got taken out of that one as well. But, and there's a big but, we had a lovely trade on gold yesterday. And I'll break through why we had a lovely trade on gold, and I can show you some of the nice profits that we had on there as well. So first of all, let's clear up our charts. Let's clear up our charts and see where we're currently looking at on a higher time frame. So we're still basically within a range. This would be quite interesting. Would this be... We've already had a break of these highs, a retest on that level. Is this now going to be a break, retest of support, and then a continuation? Even though we tend to see, we don't really look for head and shoulders in the middle of a move, but this could be really nice as well. Just for the pure fact, we've taken out these highs. Now we've come back down into support. Now we're around about a 50 fib level of demand, and also we've got an EMA as well. Will this trickle up? This is on a 4-hour time frame, but it does look really nice. Gold is very volatile, and to be honest, this looks really good. Now, the trade that we had on yesterday was from here. Okay. And I'll go on to the 5 minute. I'll tell you reasons why. So this red line was the catalyst to the reasons why I decided to go long. And the reason being was because it was a break retest of a broken range. As you can see here, this was a broken range. We retested the top, we found support, and we started pushing off. So my idea was just basically continue for the trade to continue, and just come in just to take out these highs, which it did. The 3,000 mark was my take profit. I took a little bit of profit just slightly earlier, around about. It was around about 297. That was where basically around where the EMAs are right now. But what I was looking for was just a break and a retest and a continuation trade, which was this one here. Okay. So that was the trade. So we've had a go at breaking this level. We've come back in. We've had another go at breaking that level. We couldn't break. Then we start taking internal structure. And then we start trending upwards on an intraday trend. So you can start to see that we're getting these higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Again, the same thing that we've been trading the exact same way all week. Break, retest from highs pre-break. And that's basically where I got in. So I got in actually on this candle right there. So as soon as we had that push, I got in right on that candle. It took about 20 minutes and then it really started pushing off. Looking back, that's a lot of extra profit that was left on the table. That's about another $3,000 that was left on the table, because this was only about 1,400. Yes, 17. So it was probably a bit further down that I took, because it was 1,500 roughly after commissions. So that was the trade. Left a lot of money on the table. What could have been done better within this trade was if I would have had my stop, let's say my stop started here. What I could have done, as soon as it started pushing up, I could have just kept on trailing it underneath this EMA, and I probably would have gotten taken out right there at that level. That would have given me an extra $1,000. Yeah. What are we looking at now? So we're back into this area. If we can break this and to take out that could also be a really, really nice trade that we're looking for. That will... So market is just opened. If we have a look at a higher time frame, that will start to complete this pattern. If we have a look at the market is going higher high, higher low, like basic like that, and each time it's making structure, for us to have that overall, these overall continuations, this is where we really need to start seeing it. If we have a look at a day, we've got that same structure. The only difference is this is a higher time frame and it's taken a long time. It's just a lot of consolidation here. So lower time frame, we can see what happens. It's quite a heavy candle straight off the open. Anyway, let's continue. Let's have a look what else have we got. S&P didn't come down to that level that we were speaking to. Oh, no, I wouldn't call that a hit, but it's pushing up very nicely. It's not something we trade, or not something that I trade a lot, but it's good to know where we're at. Also looks relatively strong. We've got the rough area for break, retest, and continuation of prior highs pre-break. It's really nice. Dixie, let's have a look. Okay, interesting. So yesterday, let's go on a 15 minute. So what happened yesterday? Not sure why we can't see the lines here, but you can see yesterday we pushed up through that area of supply, and then we start coming back down now. A good indication that this could have happened is that we broke under these EMAs. We tried to push through and we couldn't. EMA started coming down quite fast, and they just acted basically as that dynamic resistance, and price just reran all of the levels. Basically, there's not really much to say on the Dixie actually. Let's just see what happens today. We are now at an area of resistance. It's really difficult to judge what it wants to do, because we're just stuck in this range. So it could just be a matter of consolidation before it does something. It's very, very, very difficult. I'm not going to try and judge it. Just see what happens later today. Euro. Gone a 5 minute. What have we got? Okay, so we've got Asian's been taken. Asian high been taken. No, that was at 4 o'clock. So that's the Asian high. We're pushing down. We're breaking underneath this level. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the next. We've got a long way to go. 64 pips. I think some trades coming into this 1 hour level, and then we'll see what happens there. If we start breaking, then a retest on that level to here. That would probably be the next go. At the moment, this doesn't look good for the euro. Let's go on a higher time frame just so we can. The only thing that I would say is that we've got this EMA. That could be a catalyst for good support. And then we've got a 50 just under it. So if this turns into a wick, holds, breaks above this level, then we could probably get into a trade on that level to go long. So if we go back onto the 5 minute, and we're just mapping everything out at the moment, what the play could look like. Let's go back onto the 1 hour. What is this? So this EMA is 1337. I'm going to mark that out. I'm going to go onto the 5 minute and see where that is. It's quite close. Now let's think. Okay, at the moment the market is down 23 points, or a quarter of a percent. If we just take out this level, come back in, reclaim that level, and then our targets will be all of these highs. That could be the play for the long side. The play for the downside would be price coming down, retesting, and then break. EMAs start to trickle down like that, and any kind of retracement on them then just get rejected, and then we start coming down to these 1 hour levels. So just things to really look out for. We've got quite a lot of news. We've got inflation rate today on the euro. Pound, same type of thing, just a little bit more volatile. Got a nice area of demand right here. So I think that will be the next point that it's coming to. Dollar yen. Ooh. Do we have a trade? Ooh, I think we've got a trade. Could have spotted that a little bit earlier if I wasn't daydreaming. I don't think we're going to get into it. I think it's passed. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, come out to take out these weak highs would be the obvious place. Maybe we can get into a break retest, something like that. I'd really, really like that trade if that happens. I'm just going to stop messing around and let's go through. Let's go through all of these pairs quickly and just see what we've got. See if there's anything of interest. Trading view, don't know what it's doing. Pound Swiss franc. Pound dollar, wow. So pound's weak today across the board. Holding up against New Zealand, so New Zealand's probably a little bit weaker. Wow. Look at that Australian CAD. That is crazy. Yeah, so USD is the one that we're looking for. It's these two. Let's see what we can do. If we can get in on this trade, I'll be very, very, very happy. That's the trade that we want. It's already pushed off, which is a slight shame. It might already start building up momentum right now. Which is better? Let's have a look at the 15. Let's have a look at the hour. Got these highs. I like the Swiss better, but I think it's already gone. Yeah. Shame. So why do I like this? Well, we've come into an area of demand. Let's have a look on the 4 hour. Yeah, we've come into an area of demand. You can see all of this area. You can just see all of this is just area, higher time frame demand, and now we're just pushing from it. In the lower time frame, you can see the capitulation, and now we can see we're moving off. That's literally it. Now, if this move from yesterday, if we're being conservative, I think we're going to come up to here. Got this area of prior supply. So I'm going to be sitting here and I'm going to be trying to time my entry into that. Now you got the 15-minute, which is lovely. If we can get on a retracement, that would be amazing. Yeah. Let's have a look and see if it's going to come. So I'd have entered into an order on that exact place. Gonna have a look at the Dixie on another. Yeah, the Dixie's pushing up as well. There's no reason why this would not come through. Yeah. But it's too strong. Not sure. I hope we get filled. Yep, we're not going to get filled on this one. Yeah, yen. You know, the Canadian dollar is giving a really nice retracement. Yeah. Where am I targeting though? Targeting these highs if I get in there. How much would that be though? 59.2. Oh. No, they're gone. That is super frustrating. So let's follow it up. Let's see if we can still get into a retest further up. Maybe if it hits the 15-minute, comes back, then the trade would be from a retest of prior highs pre-break. Prior highs pre-break, retest on the level, continuation to this area of supply, which is here. That could be the next trade. So I'm going to be doing some work in the background. That's it for today, since we're not in any trades. Everything else is a little bit all over the place. I do think we're going to push up on USD. And later on, we will go through all of the trades that we've had this week for our weekly recap. And that's it. We'll see you in a bit. Trade well, guys.